Hey, what's good, family? In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at how to know when the market's about to turn. This is going to be good whether you want to know if it's going to turn within the day, within the hour, within the week, within the month. What we're about to go over is good on all time frames. So make sure to save this because it's about to be a good one. And real quick, before we get into it, if you haven't already, hey, be sure to smash the like button. It really helps us support the channel. I really appreciate it. This video is brought to you by Moomoo. At the time of this recording, Moomoo is offering an 8.1% APY on all uninvested cash and up to 60 free stocks when you sign up and make a deposit. And if for some reason you're not familiar with Moomoo, Moomoo is a worldwide brokerage and it more than likely has something for you, whether you are beginner or more seasoned investor. Let me show you just how easy it can be to run company analysis in Moomoo. Let's say I was thinking about buying Apple stock. I would click on Apple or search Apple up. I can click on company, and just like that, I already have the financials right here. I can swipe down, see all this other data. If I want to take a look and see who are the shareholders, I can click on shareholders. I can also look at kind of their dividend payouts. I can see that the dividend yield has come down over time, but I can see that the dividend payout has increased over time. There's a lot more analysis and numbers to look at as well, but this is just scratching the surface. All right, so here we are. We're taking a look at the SPY on the 1 hour, no, the SPY on the 4 hour chart. And yeah, I've got pretty much all my indicators and stuff turned off because this is something we want to do or want to be able to do with the bear chart. We don't need EMAs, we don't need VWAPs, we don't need RSI or anything to know if the market is about to shift. Just simple price action. All right, so first thing I want to go over real quick before we know if the market is about to change direction is just the basis of a trend. I recently discovered, a lot of people say trade with the trend is your friend all the time, but I recently discovered that there are actually a lot of you that are unaware of like what the trend actually is. So let's go over that really quick. Then we'll go over how you can see when it's changing or when it's broken. All right, so real quick, this lesson is about to be like a minute. Let's see. So there are 3 types of trends. And the first thing you want to do before you make any kind of trade is determine what trend you're in. So the first trend is consistent of your start point, you come and make a high, you pull back, you make a low. And notice your low is higher than your first point. So it's still a low, but it's a higher low. Then you come up, you make a higher high, then you pull back, you make a low, and it's a higher low. Then you make a higher high and a higher low. All right. So this right here, this is an uptrend and it's consistent of higher highs and higher lows. So we got our lows down here, we got our highs up here. Next up, say we started up here. This is our first point. We come down here, we make a low, we pull back, we make a high, which is higher than the first point or lower than the first point. Then we make another low that's lower than the second point. So from here, we've made a lower high and a lower low. Then we pull back, make another high, a lower high, and then a lower low. This is a downtrend. All right, and can you guess what the last trend is? Yo, if you can, hey, if you're feeling bold, leave it in the comments. If not, yo, just try to guess. If you guess a sideways trend, a ranging trend, you'd be correct. All right, so last but not least, we got a low right here. We got a high right here. We got another low, but it's the same. We got another high. This is the same, and it's the same. Then we got another low, another high. And pretty much for this, it's just going to be trading sideways. This is when you hear things are trading sideways, it is trading within itself. It's staying in the range. So if you know the range or if you know what's going on, it's going to be a lot more helpful when you're trading, because when you are trading, profit is made from one point to the other. So if we enter right here and exit right here, that's money. If we want to trade down in an uptrend, we have to understand it's not going to go down as much as it goes up. So if we're in an uptrend and we want to grab puts or trade to the downside, we want to not ride as far. We want to be quick. We want to be more cautious. So one thing to kind of keep in mind, if we look at all these charts and look at the SPY on the 4-hour chart. Which one does this resemble most? It's not as pretty, but I want you to see here. Let's zoom out a little bit. So we got a low, we got a high, we got a low, we got a higher high, higher low, higher high. We'll call this a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. You could say in this little region right here, let me highlight it for you just so you know what I'm talking about. You could say in this region right here is kind of sideways, but then after that sideways trading, we get back to our uptrend. So remember, the trend is your friend. All right, so now we know how to identify a trend. Let's get in here and realize, when is it that the trend changes? When should I switch what I'm looking at? All right, so we identify the trend. We know what trend we're in. We can see we're in an uptrend right now. Now we want to find the range. All right, so this might be something you want to practice. Maybe go check out my other videos. I got a whole playlist of trading gems. Check out, I think it's like the second link down below in the description, and also pinned comment. But taking a look at it, the range is going to be from right here. Notice we have a continued movement from this bottom all the way till we get to this high over here. We string a bunch of green candles, or on my chart, they're blue candles. Pretty much the market went straight up, and we did get a little pause right here. But as of right now, if the stocks kind of went on and say, I don't know, we traded like this, even if we're like coming down this whole time in a channel, we are going to be bullish up to this point. Maybe even if we just have a quick wick past this is still bullish. The whole time we are trading in this area, from like, we're still in this range. If we don't have any candle closes below this area, we're still bullish. So everywhere in this zone, unless you're trying to be quick to the downside, because remember, in an uptrend, the amount of time that the market comes down or pulls back is reduced, and it is also a lot smaller. We're looking to trade to the upside. So once again, if we take a look back on the SPY has pretty much been in an uptrend, aside from maybe this area over here, like from May 25th, we've pretty much been in an uptrend since April 7th. So because of that, if you got calls, any of these time periods, calls paid. All right, so that's one example. I'm gonna do one more example with you, just in hopes of helping you kind of get it down. But taking a look at it, just to give you an example of another range. All right, so if we look at the SPY over here, I'm just gonna draw some other ranges. All right, so right here, we do have all these candles here, but this was the lowest low, and this is kind of where this one stopped. We kind of extended there, or extended to this point right here on this candle. So that's the range. That's the top of the black candle, kind of before we pulled back. We then went on to make another range. This one's a little bit weaker, so I didn't really think too much of it, but that's another range. Going on from there, we can call this right here another range. And we really just kept pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing the range. This right here was the previous range before we broke out. Yeah, so wait, let's move that up a little bit more. So yeah, this was the previous range before we broke out. We did have like some tips above, but that's still the same range. This is all, I still call this consolidation. And then last one before the one we just made was this right here. It may not be clicking for you quite yet. It may not be clocking to you quite yet, but just know this is a range. And once again, while we are within this, we're still in that same range. So right now, currently, if we are looking at the SPY, if we're looking at the SPY for tomorrow, just know the probability of SPY going up all the way up to this 626. Even if it goes a little bit below it, this area is going to be a good buy area. So if anywhere from 635 or 636 down to 626, getting a call, unless we break this and we get candle closes below this, the move is going to be to ride it back up to the top of the range. So if you learned anything or found this video to be helpful, hey, be sure to smash the like button. If for some reason you're new here and haven't already, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon so that you don't miss any future content. And last but certainly not least, thank you so much for watching. Manuel signing off, and I want to change your life.